Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. Today's lesson I'm going to learn how to play Birthday by the Beatles. This is a good up-tempo, eighth note, steady eighth note pulse-based bass line. Be a good audit of your picking hand to play through it. Split it into its constituent parts as always, and we'll teach all of those constituent parts. Before we get on to the first one, if you're not a subscriber to my free monthly easing, click the link under the video, head over to my website and go and sign up where it says free bass lessons. In return for entrusting me with your email address, you get a sequence of song, video and PDF tutorials over the next couple of weeks, and every month there's a free video and PDF based song tutorial. All this material is exclusive to subscribers. As I say, just costs you your email address. So go do that, then come back here and we'll go and look at the first section of Birthday, which is kind of the basic intro stroke verse pattern. So you just heard the main kind of 12-bar pattern that's used for the verses. It's built on the same riff, which just transposes, starts off in A, and either transposes to D or to E. So in A, you've got two A's, 5th fret of the E string, C sharp and E, 4th and 7th frets of the A string, G, F sharp, 5th and 4th frets of the D string, back to E, 7th fret of the A string. And that plays 4 times. Then it goes to D. You've got exactly the same pattern, just moved up a string. So you've got 2 Ds, 5th fret of the A string, F sharp and A, 4th and 7th fret of the D string, C and B, 5th and 4th frets of the G string, and then back to A at the 7th fret of the D string. That's played twice. Then we're going to play that same pattern back in A twice. And then it goes up and plays twice on E, which is 2 E's, 7th fret of the A string, G sharp, which is the 6th fret of the D string, and B at the 9th fret of the D string, D, C sharp, 7th and 6th frets of the G string, back to B at the 9th fret of the D string. Plays that again. So unlike in a 12-bar blues, you might expect that to go back to D there, but it doesn't, it stays on E, and then we go back to A and 2 more times through A. Okay, then it repeats that pattern again for the first verse, and then there's a stab after that second repeat on A, and then there's 8 bars of drums before we get the next section. Okay, this next section in the tune only appears once, this first time through. It's effectively 8 bars in E. You're playing 8 bars of E, 7th fret of the A string, in 8th notes, apart from the last bar. So you're going to play. And that's 4 bars. Then you have 4 more bars. That last bar, you're going to play 5 E's and 3 D's at the 5th fret of the A string, and then that leads us to the I Like to Dance section. We'll treat that as a separate section, and we'll go and look at that section now. Okay, you just heard the section where the lyrics are "I'd like to dance," at my birthday party, or whatever it is. It's made up, starts off with that pattern, 2-bar pattern repeated twice. We're playing 2 C's, 3rd fret of the A string, then we're playing 2 E's, 2nd fret of the D string, 2 F's, 3rd fret of the D string, 2 F sharps, 4th fret of the D string, and then we're doing a descending run, 2 G's, 5th fret of the D string, 2 F's, 3rd fret, 2 E's, 2nd fret, 2 D's, 5th fret of the A string or open D string, whichever you prefer. And that repeats another 2 more times. C, E, F, F sharp, G, F, E, D, and then the last 4 bars, starts off with the basic pattern C, E, F, F sharp, and the next bar is G, G sharp, A sharp, G, A sharp, sorry, G, G sharp, A sharp, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th frets of the D string, and notice I played them like that just by moving my 4th finger up each time. And then you've got a bar of playing B at the 9th fret of the D string, and then you've got a bar of E, 7th fret of the A string, and then you're back to that riff. Now, play through that riff, the 12-bar verse kind of pattern that we talked about. So it goes to A for 4 bars, D for 2 bars, A for 2 bars, E for 2 bars, A for 2 bars, that basic pattern played at those locations. Then we've got an interesting 4-bar interlude, which will actually go and, it's like a unison riff that the guitars are playing as well. We'll go and look at that separately. Okay, that 4-bar riff, it's interesting little pattern. We'll go through it in 2-bar sections. So you're playing A, E, G, octave A, G, A and E, 5th and 7th frets of the E and A strings, G, up to A, 5th and 7th fret of the D string, back to G, 5th fret of the D string. Then we've got this run, which is E, D, C, A, G, E, D, 7th and 5th frets of the A string, C's the 3rd fret, A's the 5th fret of the E string, G, 3rd fret of the E string. So, let's do that again. Okay, and then the second 2 bars of this pattern, basically it's very similar. You've got A, E, G, A, then you've got C, 5th fret of the G string, then you're sliding to E, and then you've got kind of, we did that before, then you've got a repeat of that pattern, but played up an octave. So we've got E, D, C, A, G. E, D, C are the 9th, 7th and 5th frets of the G string, A is the 7th fret of the D string, G is the 5th fret of the D string. So that last 2 bars sounds like that. Okay, after that section, then you go back to the that section, plays through that once, then we go back to the riff, and that's the last time we play through, and there's a variation on the ending on that, and we'll go and look at that outro stroke ending variation. Okay, you just saw the play along of the last verse through with the outro. Everything's identical. basic riff. Played 4 times through in A, 2 times in D, 2 times in A, 2 times in E, and then we've got the variations on A which end the tune, and you're going to play something like this. So you're going from the F sharp straight down to A, holding that, and then the last time you're playing G, F sharp, E, and holding that last A. So play that through slowly. So you can hear how that's played. All the notes, basically what you're doing is, instead of going from the F sharp in the riff back to E, you're going F sharp to A and holding the A into the, kind of anticipating the bar line and going into the chord. Apart from the last time where you've got G, F sharp, E and then down to A. So you can put those parts together. It probably sounds more complex than it is. Once you play through with the original a couple of times, you should be able to get the feel of how all the sections work, and the vocals will help ground you in which parts go in which section. So, fun little Beatles tune to play. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'll catch you in the next tutorial later in the week.